Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cocktails and Rocktails with me, your most notorious groupie, Alice Rouse, author of We've Got Tonight, The Life and Times of Notorious Groupie, and these other little books right here, you guys, where you can get this, my merchandise, my Patreon, cocktail or beer of the day. Everything is down in that description, so go down and fiddle around, because you know how much I love it. So awesome. All right, and as always, I like to start with the love and to say thank you for the amazing friendships, amazing community we have here for each individual person. You guys are awesome. Truly, truly, truly is so great to meet you all. The old people, the new people, and everybody in between. Thank you so, so much, you guys. And today, to thank you guys, we're doing the Q&A. I recently posted a little short here to ask everybody new questions they would like to know of me. And you guys, you came up with some good ones. Really, really awesome questions. But for Ronnie, you asked a lot of good ones. So Ronnie, you're getting your own question and answer episode coming up soon. It's going to be awesome. Thank you, Ronnie, especially. And so many people for just all the love and support. You guys rock. So we're going to do a Q&A today. And our beer of the day is going to be our local Uinta. This is the Rockapulco, because you know it's rock and roll. And it's question and answer. This is a really good mimosa, pineapple, orange little beer flavor. So everybody, grab your Acapulcos, kick up your feet. Let's have a little cocktails. Rocktail Sophia's back. She is. I couldn't live without her that long. Ooh. So fresh and so clean. All right, guys. Let's start. Cheers, big ears. This one is so good. Definitely would rather have that in my mouth than Kipwinger any day. All right. So I'm just going to scroll through and kind of answer a few. This was a good one from Miss Lana Smith. How did James treat you after the Lars incident? Well, no different. We always, after that happened, a few days later was the car wreck, which I've talked about. I'm going to figure out how to put the stories and link my videos together, so I'll try and put a link here. But we were in Denver when that happened. A few days later, we were in Salt Lake City, and the car wreck happened. And we were sent, there was me, Danny, Stacy, 2 roadies, and we were sent to 2 different hospitals. So they could have gone, the guys could have gone to one of the hospitals for the roadies, whatever, but they didn't. They came to ours. And we still hung out afterwards for the rest of the Black Tour, pretty much. We still hung out. So there was no different. Honestly, I don't know if James actually knows about it. To be honest, I don't know. But no different. Because in the end, a lot of people think because of that, James turned his back on me. No, I walked away from him. The night I met him and the last night I saw him. That was me. All right. So yeah, no different. There was no change in our relationship whatsoever. So, I mean, we'll get into more about that later when I feel like doing another Metallica video. So yeah, didn't change. Let's see, what else do you have to say? Oh, on the book for the color, the black and white edition, I'm going to reissue the color edition, which was the hard copy. Because there is a hard copy and there is a soft cover. However, I think I changed it up to all black and white because of printing costs. But for this year, for the summertime, I'm going to bring back the hard copy all color edition. So, limited. That's coming. So, yeah. All right. All right, for JMT. Wondering if your friend Jana, who I had the vendetta that led to me hooking up with Steve Jones, ever got to hear about it, and was she really jealous, especially as she kept coming back for more? Oh, he kept coming back for more. She heard about he and I hooking up. I know that much through my cousin Petey, who was still not really my cousin, but longtime friend. So he was still living up in Seattle, and hanging around Janet in some sort of satellite way. But yeah, she heard about it and she just got all kinds of twisted over it one night. And I wish she would have heard about us hooking up for 5 years almost, because yeah, then she would have known it just wasn't something. But after that first time, I didn't care because I just liked Steve. So all I cared about was her finding out about that one night. And she did. She wasn't real happy. Okay, next question from Mr. Rick Flash. Love you, dude. So great to have you here. Who was the very last band member you were with? I'll tell you this much. The last band member I was with was about just over 3 years ago. Lead singer that I had known for a very long time. Had just come out of a relationship with the normal guy that I was with when I released my book, and hadn't been with anybody for a couple of years. So they came through with the band and was playing. He was going to be here for 2.5 days. So I thought, well, good time to get back on the little pony, so to speak. Start riding again. So I wrote him. Not going to tell you who it was, but someone I knew for a very long time. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that was the last band member I was with sexually. The last band I hung out with was when my friend Oris was in town, and Five Finger Death Punch, Alice in Chains, all those guys. So that was the last one I hung out with. But last band member I woke up naked next to was a lead singer that, like I said, I had known for a really long time. Not James. That's all I'll say. So there you go. Okay. Let's keep scrolling. Ooh, sorry guys. Alright, for Miss Paula Gray. Have I ever met Michael Hutchins? Yes, I have. I was with Gary Beers from In Excess while they were still alive. If you look at the front of my book covers, let me show you. Right there. In Excess's Past. But I'll get into that in a whole video for its own. That's an episode I've been planning to do, but I just keep getting sidetracked with other stuff. So yeah, we'll get into that episode very, very soon. I love this one. Well, I'm not going to answer that one quite yet. I think I'm going to leave that one till my last question. And your mom, Leslie, bands that put on the whole satanic persona, were there any of them you were kind of scared to meet? And were they different than regular bands? AKA, I know about Stryper, which is the antithesis to like Slayer and stuff. So let me put it to you this way. Slayer, all the kind of thrash heavy bands that put out that whole satanic testament, those guys are not. Like Jeff Hanneman from Slayer, God rest his soul, he really loved Christmas. And they were the nicest guys. They're no different than any other band members that I met. What their religious beliefs were never came up. But no, they're no different. The only bands I wouldn't hang around with is like Norwegian black metal and stuff, because they actually do bad things and try to unalive each other and themselves. So would never go around any like Norwegian death metal band. That's just not my scene. But there was no band that I was afraid of because, like I always say, rock and roll was my second home. These guys are chivalrous and protective and respectful to a fault. So I never felt scared or unsafe with any band. But like I said, would never go around any Norwegian death metal band. So not really any band. And the ones that do have that more type of profile, it's not really who I met off stage for, like I said, Slayer, Testament, Death, Dark Angel, all those guys. Friggin' awesome people. Cool. But do they really actually do that type of religion? I don't think so. I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Just was never afraid of them. Don't be afraid of rock stars, no matter who they are. You never know who they are off stage. And that's the point of hanging out with the rock stars and the bands and making this whole second family, is because you want to see who they are beyond that facade, beyond the mask that they put when they're on stage being rock stars. So, always trying to figure out who they are behind the facade. All right, and Olga, Las Vegas. Details about the time you spent with Robert Plant. That's another one I'll be doing another video on for an episode. So that's coming up, because there are several times that I've crossed paths with the Golden God and Jimmy Page. And we'll talk about that. That's in an upcoming episode about the Walking to Clarksdale tour. More details about what happened there. So that's coming up, Miss Olga. We'll get you going there. All right. Ellie Starr. She wants to know my favorite tracks of Metallica. Honestly, God, it's Master of Puppets all the way. All the way. Black Album, of course, there was great songs on the Black Album. That's probably my last album that I really, really loved by Metallica. But Master of Puppets, anything off that track, off that album, love every single track on it. It was my first album that I heard from Metallica, the first tour that I met James and the band on, all kinds. So just brings back a lot of good memories, a lot of good times, cruising around the neighborhoods after school with my friend Jerry, singing, Master of Puppets, I'm pulling your strings. So yeah, that's my favorite. Not any particular track, just that album in itself. Okay, this is another one from Ellie. Also, if you could ever go back in time, what will you change about the way you treated some rock stars? Is there anything you've done in the past as a great groupie that you regret? So, no, I treated all the rock stars normally and appropriately in the same times. Nobody was ever degrading to each other or disrespectful or expectations or anything like that. So, no, because I would treat the rock stars the same, because Simon Le Bon's wife said it the best. Somebody's got to make him load the dishwasher. Somebody has to keep one foot on the ground for these boys. So no, there's not a thing I would ever go back and change the way I treated the guys. Sometimes if it wasn't good, it was because it was an appropriate response to things going on in that relationship. So no, I don't. And is there anything I regret in the past as a great groupie? Great groupie, I don't know. I'm a groupie, yeah. But no, again, James always said, regret. It's a fucked up word. And I listened to that. So no, I can't go back and change anything. Like with John and everything, I do not. Oh my God, I just got a text. My horse is in town. Yeah. But so yeah, there's nothing I regret at all as a groupie that I've done, because it's led me to a lot of adventures. It's taught me a lot about myself, taught me lessons I needed to learn that we all go through in life. So no regrets there. Cinnamon Girl, I'm going to get back to you. You and Ronnie are going to have your own Q&A, so we'll get back to you as well. And I think I'm going to end with this one. My Miss Ruby. Are you still a groupie now? It's not rude. It's a totally normal question. Absolutely fine. So no worries there. Am I still a groupie now? This is kind of a hard answer because, like you said, I'm filming on my phone. My friend Oris is in town with Bush. Am I still a groupie? On that sense, yes, but with the boys, I'm something different now because it's just been so many years. Do they look at me as a groupie? No. Will I forever be stuck publicly as stripper groupie? Yes. Have I evolved past that as far as rock and roll goes in real life? Absolutely. 100%. I've evolved way past it. But rock and roll is still my second family. They're still my friends. I should say I've not evolved past groupie. I've evolved past that word being used to describe me by my friends. It's still in rock and roll. And I don't mean that in a rude way or a bad way, because, you know, I love the word. I embrace it. I embody it. And so do so many women, as a strength and a tribe and so much more. So will I forever be a groupie? Yes, in name. In the public, behind the scenes, yes and no. So kind of a double-edged sword question. So there you guys go. Looks like I've got some plans tonight, so I've got to run. Perfect timing to text me, Oris. I love you. All right, guys. So really great questions. I will do another question and answer coming up in a few weeks for you guys. Get it going. So keep them coming. Just keep those questions coming. You guys are so awesome. And I love all these amazing questions. So for all of you who are just haunting this channel, get down, get on your knees, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit my bells. Come party with the rest of this awesome community here at Cocktails and Rocktails. And we'll see you next time after Oris is gone. Cheers, big ears. Woo.